us with the replays. That's probably where we'll do our technical advice on the replays. Do you want to go over the history?
Yeah, a lot of it depends on time.
I'm going to go for the lineups, right?
Tonight. See what the depends on the graphic.
Yeah, of course it does. But if the graphic comes though, do you want to run through the teams?
Yeah, I'll do that. Welcome to Trust Stadium in Waitakere, Auckland, New Zealand, where we're preparing for Australian Mixed Open and New Zealand Mixed Open in the Trans-Tasman series involving teams in a number of grades. The conditions here are tremendous. It's been a wonderful carnival of touch and a great celebration for the sport and these two teams, which sit on top of the world standings of touch, have played some very impressive touch football this week. And co-commentary, Tony, it's been a pretty good week so far.
No worries. Cheers, Kevin. Cheers, Ken. Sorry. There's ideal conditions for touch rugby today. The playmakers shouldn't have too much problems finding their wingers today. There's not too much wind, so looking for the long ball, which is going to be a pretty common thing in touch. It's they shouldn't have too much problem finding them.
So the New Zealand team in the traditional black will play right to left on your screen. These early exchanges in the game, Tony, are all about patience, ball control and no mistakes.
That's right, Ken. Australia tend to play a lot more of a focus build-up in their set-up play, whereas New Zealand tend to have a lot more flair to their play, but somewhat their consistency is lacked over the course of the games. But this has been a historic series in New Zealand touch history. After being disappointing last year in Mudgee, Australia, the Touch Blacks have they've scored the overall Masters and Open Championship. This is the first time this has happened since 1993, which is 20 years ago.
So New Zealand, with first use of the football, make good meters. This is Manga. They turn the ball over now. Australia, their first time with the football, and they come straight down the middle. Again, a couple of errors in the first set from both sides. New Zealand.
Well, watch out here, mistakes there in their own half from Australia. That's really going to put you under pressure.
It's Davies, Buick.
Hamish Buick studying in Dunedin right now. He's a member of the Southern Premier Rugby Club, playing for Horowhenua Kapiti.
So Manga, Buick, caught about 7 out. So the male players dominating in the middle of the park for New Zealand. Now Buick long for Davies. Back to Buick, this is Manga. A little double pump and a long ball over the top, not taken by Davis. So Australia to start on the 5.
We see how the wind's picked up slightly there. It's going to be slightly harder than we first thought to find the wingers on that long pass.
So some variation from Australia. Now they come down the middle. That's good running and good attack. That's good meters on 4 plays from Australia. Prasad's
Watch for Rohit Prasad. He's the playmaker of this side. Very calm in his set-up play.
so very good field position. Australia looking for a short ball and they just lose a bit of contact. So both teams with their early chances.
It's a good sign shutting down Prasad early. You can see the confidence from the side, given their first 2 wins in the first 2 days here.
So New Zealand conservative with the ball through their early touches.
Watch for number 1, Phoenix Honopo. He's probably the best player in the grade this tournament. Electric footwork.
So Hunapo now from acting half.
Well, how about that from
pass
Honopo?
himself from Hunapo. A real show of skill and class.
The referees consulting each other here. You'll know when it's a touchdown when he takes those 2 steps back. Well, you can see there the class of Hunapo there, Phoenix Hunapo.
So New Zealand with Hunapo really showing his ability and his class with great footwork and great skill.
Score here, New Zealand Touch Blacks 1, Australia 0. This is following their Game 2 win yesterday, 12 touchdowns to 6. Of course, in touch rugby, score is called a touchdown rather than a try.
Australia drop players back in the pocket. This is Kongu. 7 out and now coming quickly.
Watch that long pass.
A ball over the top and unmarked. Australia level it up at 1-1 with a nice piece of set play.
We see there that long ball, the ability to manipulate the defence, step back and draw the defenders. From there it's as easy as spinning it right out to the winger. I think who was the try scorer there, Ken?
It's very good.
Just had a look and that's Patricia Michaelopoulos from the West Club in Sydney.
So 1-1. New Zealand with the ball now. Mark Hodson.
This is Shaq Stone here. Shaq Stone, very impressive player in the first 2 days, linking with Phoenix Hunapo quite often. He was actually a late call up into the side for Clayton Nafaro, who's suffered an injury on the eve of the tournament. So he stepped up and take his chance here. Stone, a member of the Rotorua Boys High School team that won the secondary school national title last year in 2012 over Hamilton Boys High. That was a great game, went into 3 overtimes.
Stone now. Hodson. Davies out on the left side and then
It looks to be a slight injury here. Shaquille Stone.
Trying to get underneath a couple of defenders.
You often see a lot of shoulder injuries in this game, touch rugby. There's a lot of low diving and it's quite often pop shoulders. It's not rare.
Davies. It's a good plant. 6 out and then a...
Always called a penalty there. He's offside. He hasn't hit the line. Remember, it's always 2 feet have to hit the line for the defender.
Michael Law. Call for the offside. This is Kake. Napo Davies. Shows the ball, runs across now.
Nice little show there.
So Kake. It's a good touch. Australia hard on their own line. Napo.
Mixed side there, Bruce Kake. Phoenix Wanapo.
So a loose ball from Hunapo, so it's an easy turnover for Australia, needing to work the ball away from their own line. Area of the game where they're very good, Australia. Look, that's good 45 metres on 3 touches, and then they win the penalty. Good disciplined and patient football from Australia coming out of their own half. Hilda, the captain. Chapman, Hilda.
Prasad here at dummy half. He'll look to link with his middles. Very good player.
Chapman. A long ball out wide. It's a beautiful pass, but it's drifted forward.
You can see here that wind again. That's gonna hamper the Australians. They often focus on the long ball as their source of touchdowns, whereas New Zealand tend to attack a lot more through the middle.
So Napo, bit of urgency in the go forward now. John O'Ale, now Cornell Grant. It's good go forward from New Zealand. Now Manga.
Good little piece of footwork there.
Kake. No look pass out the back door was loose.
Just a speculator there from Kake. Shows the Aussie defence is quite tight right now, working well together.
Chapman. And they're very sharp through their early touches. Australia in the New Zealand half on 3 plays. Hilda. Prasad coming off an inside ball.
You see Prasad there, very elusive. Keeps the defenders reeling in 2 minds. He'll look to manipulate the defence here.
It's good running from Zaremski coming. And another set of 6. So pressure for the New Zealand team now to defend this set. Zaremski. Again, just being sent forward.
Here's Trent Tomar. He likes a long pass here. Look for him to receive the ball back off the
6 metres out, but overrunning the ball, so it's an easy turnover. Bit of discomfort for CB Ray for Australia. 1-1. With about an even split of possession and field position, so it's been a disciplined opening from both sides. Now Bruce Kake. There's some urgency in that drive from Ormsby. Good work from Manga. He's been busy, Manga. Now Buick. Davies. Nice ball back on the inside. Davies quickly out of dummy half. Davies, and then a good ball out the back door, and then that's chance for New Zealand. The defence from Australia solid, but that was good play from the New Zealand team.
Yeah, great defence there from the Australians, Ken.
And
they look to be stretched.
This is good driving through the middle, a real feature of this Australian team. Prasad now, the ball player. Obelutha. Davies with a touch. Obelutha with a long ball, and it's intercepted by New Zealand, and it's a foot race down the left side, and the Australian defence
Still going. They're calling touch,
Australia
Australians.
calling for an obstruction. They played the whistle, but it's been ruled that way as New Zealand made a hopeful break down the right side, but there was an obstruction now. And that's Australia who's been caught for an offside, so New Zealand through Tabitha McKenzie. Now Hodson, Hunapo. Back for Hodson, can't do much. Jono Ale, about 8 metres out. Hunapo, he's got the feet and the skill. Nice sharp ball
Look
on the
for second
inside.
phase
Then
here.
a long ball out the left-hand side. Again, quickly, they drive. No, it's loose.
Once again, these are mistakes here. Not very Australian-like, usually quite clinical in their play.
Stone. Stone and Manga operating in tandem now. Long ball out the right-hand side, and the right foot step not quite good enough to get it done. Coming up 13, gone, 1-1. This is Stone. Manga, Stone. Give a late ball on the inside, and there's 6 tackles done, so it's a turnover, Australia. Now Prasad, Chapman. It's Michael Chapman going forward, Prasad, Hilda, it's Cameron Nichols. Kongu runs across, and a very good touch from Manga. It's a good defence, New Zealand. Manga. Davis. Kake. Davies. So they patiently force their way into the Australian half. Buick and Davies working together. Buick. Davies quickly with a beautiful ball right to left. And very good defence from Leah Opie in the end, denying New Zealand a second try. Now Australia.
Well, the Australians look really bunched here. It's not like them. Need to get their subs on a lot quicker and a lot more efficiency in their play.
This is better driving from Australia. Obalutha. Law. Obalutha just gets away from Kake with a little right foot step. Makes it 2-1 Australia.
Bruce Kake just a little bit slow there on the save on the weak side defence. All it takes is a small slip in their defence and they're straight through.
Grant. So there it is, Obalutha, and look at this lovely little, just a little inside swerve, not even really a right foot. So Hunapo and Hodson, 5 out. Hunapo with a cutout ball, but it's loose.
Not many options there for Phoenix and Apo. He's probably better off to go on his own there rather than throw a speculating ball like that.
Prasad and Hilda with a little 1-2 drive. Now Chapman or Belutha. Now Chapman, Prasad. So they'll use this opportunity to try and drag a defender out. Work for the mismatch. Australia. Prasad, he's the ball player. Up 2-1 with 16 to go. Belutha, a little 1-2 play.
Well, New Zealand just need to keep their shape here. Prasad, he's a class player. He's
Chapman now on the move. Has showed the ball on the outside and the touch is made on Chapman. This is their last play. Hilda. Good defence from New Zealand. Now Jono, Ale. One runner coming and they gave the ball behind for Hodgson. And now Davis. Some loose play.
Australia's been given a penalty there. That's an incorrect roll ball. Just like rugby league, the ball and the player needs to be square to the end goal line. Otherwise, it'll force a turnover.
It's Kongu. And Kylie Hilda. It's a good dump and they come quickly and Toma. Toma and Kongu. Not square again, so it's little challenges at the roll ball costing Australia. There's Chapman going very close, the big show and go, and the touch is a very good one made by Cornell Grant now. New Zealand straight away with good field position. Kake.
Be a great boost if New Zealand could score a touchdown here right before halftime.
Oh, too cute. New Zealand's a soft turnover. Toma.
Hard touch there, probably lucky to escape without a penalty. Shaquille Stone. Sorry, Bruce Kake.
Drive hard now, Law. This is Zaremski. Prasad. Good drive from Prasad. Now Kongu out quickly from dummy half and a very good touchdown from Australia. A great scoot out of dummy half running across the defence. And then just a little tip on at the end, but that was great play out of the dummy half area for Australia to push ahead 3 touchdowns to 1.
We can see here, Prasad draws the defender. He's created the room here so he can scoop straight past them. From there, it's just as easy as losing your marker.
And Michael Law. With that 3rd touchdown for Australia after some very good work out of the dummy half area by Kongu.
Last touch of the half here.
Hodgson with a ball for Hunapo. Hodgson.
I think he's called that a forward pass. Of course, the half can't end on a penalty, so there'll be one more touch.
So 20 very competitive minutes as the Australian mixed open team ahead of New Zealand by 3 touchdowns to 1. So a pretty good 20 minutes for the Australian team. They haven't had all their own way. But in the 3rd minute, look at this brilliant piece of individual skill from Hunapo. Passed the ball to himself, a little pirouette. Look at that. Brilliant football. And too good for the Australian defence. It's a wonderful individual try. Hunapo really showing his style and his class. He only had to wait 1 minute later for the Australian team to square it all up, with Patrice Mikalopoulos getting the finish and the benefit of a very long ball thrown right to left. And Malakos from the West affiliate in Sydney. And then the New Zealand team, they most certainly had their chances. Again, a little ball given behind. And a lovely touch made. On Stone. And then Australia really getting the benefits of some field position and some possession at crucial times. And a nice bit of elusive running from Lawrence Obalutha from Cairns, getting on the outside of Kake. Nice work done by Michael Law and a brilliant finish. It was a great job as they pushed ahead then, 2 touchdowns to 1. And then in the 16th minute, they went very close again. Chapman with a big dummy and an outstanding touch under pressure from Cornell Grant. Is holding that right hand out there at the crucial time. And then Australia, they most certainly saved their best for last. Have a look at the run and the power of the scoot out from dummy half. This is Kongu in behind the first defender, too quick for the second, and a brilliant finish by Michael Law. Look at the work done here by Kongu. In behind, and a nice little draw and pass. But look at the pace. Too quick for Buick. Gets him on the outside. In behind the second defender, Michael Law. Stayed honest in the chase to get a very good finish. And that's sort of at half-time, the Australian mixed open team with a 3-1 lead over New Zealand. And once again, Kongu, you can do plenty in this game if you're fast. And Michael Law the finish. So half-time, Australia 3 over New Zealand 1. So New Zealand with all in front of them, Tony.
Yes, New Zealand down here by 2 touchdowns as we start the second half. Sort of a drop in intensity from the New Zealand side that won the first 2 games in that historical series win. Of course, they haven't won a series against Australia since 1997. So it'd be great to get the whitewash here. And just an up in intensity, it's really that they need to do. They sent out their strongest side here for the second half. You can see Phoenix Napo here again in the middle with Mark Hodson. Mark Hodson known as a very strong defender for the defensive set.
So Australia. Passard and Hilda. This is Toma going forward. They come onto the ball hard. A nice little wrap around and unmarked out on the left side.
Well, just a bit too easy there for Australia. The touchblacks coming into the second half. A little bit of sleep from the halftime talk. They haven't adjusted to the pace of the game. Australia now up 4 touchdowns to 1.
Kirsty Brennan. Nice little wrap around, then a behind ball to a second player, and then Brennan unmarked out on the left side after the New Zealand team ran out of defenders. Now Manga is tagged in the act of scoring. To state the obvious, the New Zealand team needs to score next. Manga. Long ball out to the left side. The Australian defence holds. McKenzie.
Hard touch there, and he's gone down. What's the call going to be? 6 touch.
So Australia quickly.
On that element of unfairness there, the last Australian touch was considerably harder than that one, but they've been given the penalty, so we carry on.
Prasad and Brisbane can't get anything going, so New Zealand will play the ball 10 metres short of the half.
Well, number 6 here, Tabitha McKenzie, one of the co-captains of their New Zealand Open Mix side. 34 years old, somewhat of a veteran and a rarity in this division. Often they move on to the Masters division in the over 30s grade.
Ormsby. Davies. 8 metres out. Quickly out from the acting half area. The dummy half can't score. Very good play from New Zealand. Raquel Anderson Pittman with the try after some very good work by Stone.
Well, Shaquille Stone there showing his quality once again. He's been at it all tournament here. In all 3 games he's looked sharp. And very good work there from Anderson Pittman to lose her marker.
Look, there's Davies with the dump. Stone out from the acting half area quickly into the in goal, but he can't score. So he just tries to buy some time, and then it's Raquel Anderson Pittman. Cuts right to left, find a little bit of space, gets the easy ball back on the inside to score a good try for New Zealand, 4-2.
Well, good communication there from Jamin Ormsby. Directing Anderson Pittman there where the line to take. Good teamwork there.
Michael Law with the dump gets a return ball. That's a nice set play. Easy as you like for Australia. Michael Law.
Well, Michael Law, that's the second, and that's just far too easy. Soft tries like that are just going to hurt the touch blacks.
Very narrow window to work on in that all-important defensive area, but Michael Law finding a way to get it done. Now Manga for New Zealand. Hodson, Stone, key player Stone, Manga, Stone underneath 2 defenders, the easy touch on Stone. He'll play the ball on the 5 metre. Manga. Manga. Nice with a very big dummy. And then he has to get the better of the Australian defender. Good individual work from Manga.
We see here he just receives it straight back, manipulates the defence, and the save is just too slow there. That's Congo. Should have been a lot more sharp there. Well, the last 2 sets off the tap off. New Zealand have conceded touchdowns. They're going to have to put in a better defensive effort here to stay in this game.
Australia coming strong. Talmar.
Well, I think he might have been in there had he not dropped that.
So 5-3. Australia lead on.
That should be a penalty in the ruck. No, he's actually called loss of control there. Those are always 50-50, those calls. Feet in the ruck, all sorts of gamesmanship.
Prasad. Zaremski plays a bit in the middle. Zaremski looks all right now. Quickly, Tom with a nice long ball over the left side and some good footwork. And a very good touch made by Hodson. Big touch made on Hodson, by Hodson on Brennan.
Great footwork there from Kirsty Brennan. Losing a couple of defenders and almost going right in.
So now Australia off the quick dump. And the dummy half caught in possession, so it's a turnover now. Davies. New Zealand coming out of their own half. This is good driving. The Australians losing a little bit of their shape going back. It's good running from Buick. Kake. Hunapo.
Sharp piece of skill there. That's unfortunately slightly forward.
Hilda, co-captain of Australia, has been busy. Good running, Brennan. Good driving.
The Australians utilising their men and their women to gain the yards.
Brisby. Michael Law is fast. Law got great feet. Law, the nice pass. They just need to keep the ball alive, and this is a very good try from Australia. Tremendous teamwork and understanding. Not a lot of time to clear those balls with defenders right on top of them, but that's a tremendous score from the Australian mixed team and an outstanding finish from Leah Opie.
We can see here Michael Laurie's been the best player in this game so far by a stretch. Sizes up his defender and you can see his quality. Fast feet. And from there, creates the overlap. Open in the corner.
And they come straight back. New Zealand is a committee meeting between the officials. Stone involved. The ball back on the inside and Manga with a little 1-2 play. And the try is going to be awarded. The Australians are protesting, but it's good work from Stone. Stone and Manga working in tandem. There's Manga with a left foot step and a little show and go. And again, that's a good catch and downward pressure at the same time. So their deficit still to Australia through Michael Law. Kongu. Zaremski. Law. Ball knocked down by a New Zealand hand, so it's another set for Australia in very good field position. Prasad.
Well, a mistake there spotted by the Touch Blacks. Elementary mistake there from Michael Law. He's been good apart from that.
Jono Ali, it's a slow roll ball from Ali. Buick. Davies. Davies from dummy half with a late ball, then it's not taken by Buick. Kongu. Nice piece of play. This is Mikalopoulos, the try scorer from the first half. Now Chapman. Obalutha. Prasad. Now Chapman. Prasad. Obalutha. Just trying to tie up the middle defence for New Zealand and create some space out wide. Kongu with a show of the ball on the inside. Needs to get rid of it. Very quick and very skillful. These players, of course, New Zealand, Australia, if you just joined our coverage from the 2013 Trans-Tasman series at Trust Stadium in Waitakere. New Zealand and Australia, who have for many years led the world in touch football. There's been a tremendous week of contest between the two top sides. Hilda at Chapman.
Should Australia score here, it's going to be difficult for the Touch Blacks to come back. Just under 10 minutes remain.
Chapman, Cameron Nichols. That's Australia by 2. It's a critical stage of the game. Just held up with the dump, and now a long ball out left. It's
just a problem with their spacing there, the Australians.
Buick.
The key for the Touch Blacks here is to get out of their territory.
And Kakette. McKenzie involved with a little wraparound. Manga's been good today. And Manga again. Inside ball. This is nice variation from New Zealand. Now they go long. Hunapo with a couple of right foot steps. Long ball out right to left. The defender.
Hineti Davis there with the dive.
And Mortimer for Australia.
I think they've caught it out there, Ken.
Makes the touch.
Just a left foot on the line there from Hineti Davis. Chance created there by Phoenix Honopo again. He's, of course, a member of the Kelson Boys High School team, only 18 years old. Well, what do we have here? Just a few frayed tempers there. 3 games into their series, pretty physical games.
Jono Ali.
We might see a forced substitution from the referee here. Should there be a play they deem unsavoury, they will cause a player to be subbed, and as they run off the field, there will be a short period there where the Australians would have a one-man advantage.
It's only touch. Contact was fairly physical. Ali resented it, as did his opponent from Australia.
Well, just a consultation here, and we'll see the outcome soon. The respective captains, Rohit Prasad and Tabitha McKenzie. Well, the call of off from the crowd. Shouldn't be anything major here.
Oh, John O'Ali. It's been around the touch scene a long time.
Well, a few choice words there from John O'Aile. He's been sent to the end of the field. And despite my predictions, I think that New Zealand have been reduced to 5 players.
Yeah, they have. As Australia go forward now, Kongu, Zaremski. So the numerical advantage is with the Australian team. Michael Law.
Well, the options for the tries, they're going to be out wide here. Should be as simple as drawing the defenders.
Michael Law, he's got the skill. We all know that from what we've seen. Now, Kongu with the left foot step and a good touch made by Hunapo. And another play back to the left side. They keep the ball alive.
So the Australians very individual in their play here. An easy team play here should surely have them over in the corner.
Kongu, Law and Prasad, key ball players in the middle. Oh, another set. Naport went for the intercept, not able to control the ball, so it's another set of 6 with the Australian team playing against 5 defenders. So they lead by 2. Now Kongu, chance out on the right hand side and able to get the finish, and eventually it would come. 7 touchdowns to 4 now.
Or just the repeat sets there killed them. The touchbacks, there's only so long you can hold on with 5 players. And they kept their shape well for a while there, but just too much pace there from Kongu, putting his winger over in the corner.
So Davies,
well, down by 3 now with just over 4 minutes remaining. The touchdown off the set's probably going to be their only chance.
can't control. So in Australia, they now know if they complete their sets, don't make any mistakes. The clock's in their favour as well. They'll be able to secure the win. Prasad, the ball player, has been pretty much kept in check.
Late call there for the forward pass from the referee. Touchbacks here will just look to work its way down the field. Another touchdown before full time would be a good way to end the series, which they have won.
Tiwi Davies with the drive, gets a return ball. Manga, Davies, this is nice play. The try is going to be awarded to Tiwi Davies, who's been very busy, very quick and very slick around that marker and dummy half area. Comes up with a nice little 1-2 play to get a good individual try. You'll see here Manga goes to the line, dumps the ball. Davies gives it to him on the left and then gets it back straight away and is able to get the ball down in the in goal before the defender can make contact. It's a nice individual try for Tiwi Davies from Wellington. Prasad.
All touchbacks now. Notice they're back to 6 players on the field.
Hilda, the co-captain, a nice play, and that ball knocked down, not taken by Hunapo. So it's another set of 6 for Australia with just over a minute to go.
An intercept there would have made things interesting.
Tolmar, Prasad with the ball now. Prasad or Balutha's a quality player as well with the football now. Australia happy to stay down this end of the park, run the clock down, no urgency to do anything risky with the football. They know they've got it won, they just want to stay down this end with the football into the last 30 seconds. And there it is, Obalutha with an inside ball. And the full-time hooter in the Australian mixed team. Successful over the New Zealand mixed team in the mixed open. 7 touchdowns to 5 after they led by 3 touchdowns to 1 at the end of the first half. Prasad, the ball player, was solid. Mikalopoulos at the top left of your screen with a very good try in the first half.
Somewhat of a more subdued game there, Ken. It's difficult to capture the intensity of the first 2 games when the series is already over. Good showing from both sides, though.
So that's some highlights of the action in the second half for Australia. That was Kirsty Brennan on the end of a beautiful ball right to left to get a try, and all the work was done in the middle. She stayed out wide, and then after the defenders in the middle were committed, she picked up a very good try, and then some good slick work out of the dummy half area. Allowed Raquel Anderson Pittman, and there's the good scoop. Dragging the defenders one way was Bruce Kake, and then passing back the other, not covered on the inside, and Anderson Pittman with a very good try. And the Australian team, once they got a bit of field position, they were able to get some nice little variations in their game as well to put pressure on the New Zealand team. There's Michael Law, and again gets the return ball, very similar to the try that Tiwi Davies would get in the end for the New Zealand team. And then some good work there by Manga, who was a big threat all day with the football in his hands for the New Zealand team. A little 1-2 play with a return ball. Too good for the defence. Nice play. Two defenders there able to make the touch, but just not able to square up. And then Michael Law with a beautiful left foot step and some nice work through the hands from the Australian team.
Well, each of the Aussie playmakers there, they've all contributed in this match, and when that happens, there's always going to be touchdowns scored.
Leah Opie was good today with limited opportunities for the Australian team, and then Manga again the big threat into the in-goal area, and good tracking from Stone. There was some debate over the try between the officials, but in the end it was given. Brilliant work again out of the dummy half area, and the ball was caught, downward pressure made at the same time. And a little bit of controversy in the game with a player sent off, allowing Australia to get a try up against 5 defenders. And Kara Zaremski, who was very busy in the middle, this time out wide to get a good try for Australia. And then it was Tiwi Davies on a nice little 1-2 play with a return ball to have the final say for the New Zealand team. But in the end it was the Australian open side who were just a tad better than New Zealand when it mattered today, getting up to win by 7 touchdowns to 5.
Good series win there from the New Zealand Touch Blacks. Still, that's what they'll take out of this. It's a historical win, a 2-0 series win, first since 1997. This loss shouldn't matter too much to them. Australia should be happy to take something away from this tournament. They'll be disappointed in their showings in the first 2 games.
Final moments of reflection for the Australian mixed open team. Successful today against New Zealand. 7 touchdowns to 5.
We're here with Tabitha McKenzie, New Zealand mixed coach. How's it feel, Tabitha McKenzie, to win the series first and foremost?
Feels fantastic, yes. It's been a long time coming. I've been playing for a long time and it feels great. All that hard work finally paid off to win the Trans-Tasman.
Great news, that's awesome. We're all behind you. Obviously dominated in the first 2 tests. What was the difference today with the 3rd test coming around?
We'd gone home and done our homework, just a few... Yeah, we went away from our game plan, I felt, in that game. Yeah, it could have been a number of things, but that was the main thing, I think, with the outcome of that game, was that we went away from the plan that we had organised.
Great. The team did well out there. Obviously a slow start for New Zealand, but clawed their way back towards the end and unfortunately had a player in the bin. We didn't see what happened there. Could you give us a little recap on what happened out there?
Oh, that was just, they were just playing tiddlywinks, that's all.
Brilliant, brilliant. And obviously that was a sort of a turning point on your coming back into the game and they took 2 tries up on you. You even to get one more try on them. But at the end of the day, Aussie take the last one.
Yes, they do take the last one, but it was a fantastic series having the youth and the masters with us as well, and we hope that that continues a Super Trans-Tasman for many years to come.
Obviously you've been playing for a long time, Tabitha, and you've got a lot of respect from all the players here, been MVP many times and at the Nationals temps. What does it hold for you for the future now?
I'm still going to try and stay in opens for as long as possible. Yeah, so World Cup 2015 in Australia, that's my goal to still be in the opens mixed team.
Excellent. One of New Zealand's finest mixed players of all time, looking to continue and hopefully lead our Touch Blacks to the World Cup title that they need to retain after 2011. Beautiful.
Thank you.
See you back. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Just the post-match address to the supporters there from New Zealand mixed captain Tabitha McKenzie, number 6, and then it'll be the presentation of the trophy. Of course, not only winning the grade, but winning the most grades overall will win you the overall Super Trans-Tasman trophy.
Okay, we're here with the Aussie champs of winning the 3rd test. Unfortunately, didn't get the series, but had a great win today. What was the difference between day 1, day 2 and day 3, guys?
Because we just went out there, we had a lot more belief today. I think that was a big difference, and our intensity really picked up. You know, we actually ran at them today, and I know the Kiwis don't like us running at them, so that was a big change in our game today, really. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely change of belief. I think we had a lot of kids debuting, and I think it took them a couple of games to actually believe in themselves and believe that they could come out here and play at this level. So today they came out and showed us what they've got. So it's good for in the future times to come.
Well done. Obviously, good future, and with the World Cup coming up in another couple of years' time, it'll be good for the future, eh?
Oh, definitely. You know, we like Lambo was saying, we blooded a lot of juniors in this tournament. We still got Trans-Tasman next year. And then, of course, the big one in 2015 down in Oz. So, you know, we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're in a restructuring period with the mix. So we knew it was going to be difficult coming over here with the team that we had, and coming to New Zealand to start with is always tough. But with the team that we had, we knew it was always going to be tough. But we proved in this last game that, you know, they can step up.
Excellent. So just to give us an idea, how many debutants did you have in your team?
We had 7.
Yep,
7, yeah. And a majority of those 7 were the younger boys, so, and they all play key roles, you know, in mixed. You know, the boys are the key roles in the mix. So, as I said, it took them a couple of games to fall in and believe in themselves and believe that they can play at this high level. So,
brilliant. I just asked the Kiwi coach earlier before about the little tussle that was out there, and she said there was a bit of tiddlywinks being played. I missed it. I'm hoping that you can give me another insight to it.
Because it's been happening all tournament, but you know, that's just how it is when we play each other. A few grabbing of the shirt, you know. So I didn't actually see what happened in there, but there was a lot of people running in there. So
I just think it shows the passion.
Yeah.
You know, it shows how much both sides wanted the win, and you know, we weren't, even though we were down 2-0 in the series, we still were, you know, we wanted that win, and it shows there. You know, we were willing to fight on the ground.
Yeah, brilliant. I actually thought everyone was running in because it was a Magic Mike show, the Aussie special. Hey guys, you put in a great effort out there. You true Australian passion and brought it back, and you told us we had a new team and all. But what do we expect from the future from you guys?
Oh, we've just got to build on that last game now and have a look at, well, we've had a look over the last 2 days of where we went wrong. We know it's fixable. I mean, they're a sharp team, the New Zealand team. So we've just got to sharpen up ourselves and have a look at a few different things. And hopefully with these guys now having a test series under their belt, they can't use the excuse that they're now debuting for Australia. So there's no more excuses. We go back, we look at where we went wrong, try and restructure and build from there.
Well, obviously, when it comes to mix, your women have to be as strong as your guys. And Kylie, you proved it out there. I saw you in the middle a few times, going back to the old school days where the girl used to be in the middle, and you prove it can be done once again. Was that a personal thing that you just did? Was it a coaching matter? Or?
We have gone away from the old structure of where the girls just hang out and pretty much catch a cold out there. But it's really good. The way we're structuring our game now, it is around us girls. We get highly involved. And, you know, we try and set up and lay the platform for the boys on the line and let them do it after that. But, yeah, I just think it's a mixed game. There's 6 players on the field. Why not? You've got to use all of them. And if the girls aren't strong enough to be in that position, then they shouldn't be out there.
Okay. And the condition you're in, there's no problems there covering those spots.
That's why we're asleep.
Roy, the last but not least, I heard you got voted Mr. Nice Guy of Australia. How does that feel, and how did you get that title?
Cuz I'm just friendly to everyone, mate. I don't know if you're just G'ing me up here, Georgie, but cuz I talk to everyone, you know. There's no beef outside of the touch field, you know that. You know how it is out there, cuz we don't like each other, you know. But once we get out, man, it's all sweet. So,
he's a lover, not a fighter.
You know, that's exactly it, cuz. You know, there's no need for any beef, cuz.
Hey, well done, guys, on winning the 3rd test, and all the best for the future. Not too much luck, and hopefully we have some great Trans-Tasman battles in the future and years to come. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So there it is, the Australian mixed women's team, too good for New Zealand. New Zealand take out the series, Tony, and it was a good game to finish.
It was a good game to finish, Ken. The yes, like we've said before, the series can lack a bit of intensity after one team is 2-0 down, but that was a good game that went right down to the wire. Plenty of touchdowns, plenty of good play from playmakers, especially the Australians. Michael Laura stand out for the Australians. Yeah, and also Daniel. Sorry, Ken. Just lost his name. Also, sorry, Phoenix Honopo and Tia Kinamanga were good for the Australians, the New Zealanders, sorry.
So the day belongs to the Australian mixed team. The series belongs to New Zealand. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Stay with us. We've got the Women's Open to come.